All right, here we go, guys. This is the first workout of my 2020. Again, guys, my commitment to getting in better shape is here. Same thing with Master Ty. It's Sunday, and there's no excuses. You know, yesterday, it was a birthday. It was phenomenal. The dance was phenomenal. I don't know how many pounds I should say, I don't know how much I sweat. But when it comes down to it, no freaking excuses. If you really want to become, how about this? Master Ty. So I am fighting every day to stay alive for the next 40 years. Now think about this. In 40 years, I'll be 100 years old, or 100 years young. So that being the case, these last 60 years went by like this. So if my goal is to 100, I'm probably changing sooner, but let's say my goal is 100. That means I have 40 years from now. Do I got time to waste? Heck no. I don't want to be an old person that can't move. I want to be a vibrant person in whatever age it is. My role model was Jack LaNanne. Jack LaNanne's wife is still around and she's 100. So these are my role models. So I want to make sure that I have my mind, body, and spirit towards becoming exactly the example. 100 is my goal. 100. Some of you guys are in your 50s and 60s and you can't touch your knees and you can't touch your toes because So again, the challenge is wasting time on things that aren't that important. And what's important to me is to stay alive. And I want to stay alive with as much vibrancy as possible. Now, a little bit over there is going to be 30. She's going to be 30 on February
6th.
On February 6th. Now,
February 6th.
So we're gonna find out if February 7th the party will be at LPAC. There'll be a party, but it depends on where it's gonna be. Now, on February 28th is the UMOG Fountain of Youth National Tour Regional 11 launch over at the LPAC Center again. And in addition to that, we're also gonna be my 50th anniversary training in martial arts is on April 19th. Anyhow, we're gonna start moving around right now, guys. I'm gonna keep making these announcements in between rounds. Thank you for watching.
Say hi, everyone.
You didn't. Which one? What are you trying to get? You don't need that if you get it from. Not everyone is organic. You want to get it from. Okay, guys, here we go. Okay, here we go. So, what I do, guys, is that I play like I'm going back. So like this. Hey man, so what's going on? And I talked before. And it's like this. I keep going and going and going. So you have to be relentless. Attack by combination while showing yourself to be vulnerable. I didn't step on you, step toward you like that was. Ready? I was more like, hey man, hey. Yeah. I lied. Turn it on. Multiple punches. Attack by combination. That also means that there's more time. That means not one work. I went up, Little punch up when my body went down. That was different. Look at this.
Yeah.
Look at this. There. I did the same thing down to the side. And I went like this. Psych. That's 3. Class. That punch got me good. Outside, rolling. Round 2. Cash. What I did was that I went. Say move. What I did there again. So I just threw the kick without having him notice. And I learned the 2 points. Again, he jumped up. I have to catch him while he's dropping. If I go in faster, he hits me. So I have to wait. That's 3. Wait for the flow. Then I hesitated because I beat into the last set. Oh, what it does, I went. It got jammed. And then I threw it. You win some block, or get out of the way. You win some block, get out of the way, or what they come. I won. I won. That's 4. That's 4 points. Round 2. Again, I have to win until he goes up, and on the way down, I throw the backwards. It is a complete different type of match. I'm making him miss, and I'm countering by moving out of the way. When usually my style is a lot more aggressive, meaning that I come at him a lot quicker. Here, I'm more concerned about cat and mouse. Why? Because it's a safer game, but it's also more difficult. So I have to wait until he misses to counter. But when I counter, I have to be fast, but without making him notice that it's fast. Because if we go for the fast game, he'll beat me 9 out of 10 times. But if I make him miss and I counter, it makes it easier for me to score like a sniper, clean. It's different, right?
Yeah.
Round 3. Look. what I do, guys. I move. But if you notice, I go to the body, he goes to the head. So I have a small head, big mouth, big feet, small head. And then I throw multiple punches. So again, if he's trying to hit me in the head, small target, throwing one technique, that's a counter. And I'm throwing multiple techniques towards his body, bigger target. I have a better chance. I don't have to be as successful as him. I just have to be busy. So you see there, when he crosses his legs, I went. I told him, go this way. I faked the face, went to the body. So you wouldn't expect that. So now I have to wait until I'm in between his shoulders before I go in. Hey, good. Okay, so let me explain. When the terrain has a little challenge, you want to avoid it yourself and make the other person have to deal with sliding or slippery floors. In the case of playing basketball, if we're playing basketball and the sun is over there, I want to use that sun against him. So for me, I want this hoop to be mine. That way, when he's trying to get in, he has to deal with the sun blinding him. That's position power. The art of war, the high ground, flanking. When I tell him, go this way. So I'm trying to be, I take the army and split it in half and try to direct him towards a narrow corridor. Even though he has more speed than me, I'm able to, based on my position, to make his position. So now, until that dries up, we have to avoid that area. So what I'm doing is, I'm making sure that he's the one actually in the way. See, there was some crap that happened this weekend where the garbage was laid out and it was leaking. So look, being aware of this, I didn't slip, he slipped. Why? I was avoiding this or being aware that this particular area was not where you consider stable. So I wanted to use the terrain to my advantage. And the only way to do that is to avoid what would be this hazardous area. So now, more so, I got to stay away from here and so does he. Now the difference between him and I right now, I'm more vulnerable to slip because I actually have these sneakers. We can still spar in just a portion of this. That area is not wet, so that's the area that I want to go to. Where do I want him to go? Over here. How am I going to get him there? Let's see. Now that he knows that I'm trying to get him there, he might try not to let me do it, which is even better. That means he thinks he knows the answer. I may have to change the question. It's not kicking and punching, guys. It's being smart and efficient. See, you please me? Hug me. That's 3. Yep. 3. Again, you're not even looking at it. Oh, okay. I'm going to turn on the video on that. That's 4. And number 3. No, okay. One more, 4. Two points. Dos. You said dos. Dos. Oh, dos. Tres. Cuatro. Cinco. Round 4. The safety when something's coming at you is towards the person on the angle. When you pull away, it's not the same thing. So if the person's coming, then you're still better off going like this. In. Not back. Now there, I may believe I jumped high, but one of this. Round 5. Round 2 more. 2 days. Okay. Let's go. I'm glad you do it, but I got you here. I do it just before you, and I'm glad you do it. When I score, if I score, acknowledge. Let's tell me if you leave or let you leave. That's the rule. First two are done. First two are done. The last one was the last one. No, I scored. Okay. And you do the hook punch. Okay. So let me explain. Guys, it's not what batting chance is, it's a rhythm. It's a habit. Again, where do I normally go towards? The body. Right? Where do you normally go towards? No, you go to the head. 9 out of 10 times the head. I go towards the body. It gives me a bigger target to be able to increase the possibility that I'm going to score. So it does two things. It gives me a bigger target. That I go in the hustle, meaning 2 or 3 techniques, even though I might mess with 2 of them, the third one might hit. I purposely try to stay away from the head, but when I do, like I did it more today, probably than ever, I snap it because that's a smaller target. So I want to increase the possibility of me being able to score, and I wanted to do 2 things. Throw more techniques if necessary, and throw more techniques towards where there's a bigger target. That's one thing. Now, the second thing is, when you score to the body, or at least you think you did, if the person throws a punch after, one time is okay. But if you scored and they know you scored, it was clean, and they have a habit of popping you, you don't know that person is not trying to do it with bad intentions. In most tournaments, a spectator would say, hey, why you hit him late? And the person's thinking, I'm not trying to hit him late, I'm just trying to protect myself, and I was a little behind, which is fine. But I remember one time there was a riot. Listen to me. If my brother was around right now, and I scored to the body, and the person hit me one time after the fact, when it's completely clear that I scored, not almost scored. 2 times, by the 3rd time, there'll be a riot. Because he'll say, yo, what the hell you always freaking hitting him late? Whether it's intentional or not. So I want us to be aware of, now if somebody did that to him, I wouldn't be happy. Literally doesn't bother me, but what happens is this. Other people care more than you. People talk crap about me, I ignore them. People talk crap about me in front of other people, they turn around and try to protect me. That's what my brother did. But when it comes down to it, still eliminate that and just think math. Bigger target, more techniques, as opposed to smaller target, less techniques. It's just a game of numbers. But that also means that I work. It's tiring to go 3 punches to 1 and then 4 punches to 1. You know what I mean? I'm doing a lot more work. It's difficult to be a ninja or a sniper. Wasn't really right. Yeah. Wasn't really right. There's little spots, little booby trap spots. Okay, you see that punch afterwards? Yeah. Well, you got scored already. I know. Bad habit. Because I work like this. I'm trying to tell you the truth. Yeah, but I'm just saying that. No, listen to me. You're not listening to me. You got hit already. I know, but we got to start. If I wasn't aware of it, you change the game. Move on. You change the game. Again, I scored and you do a punch. No, we got to stop that and do end up having a riot. If I hit you after you hit me, I'm going to be wrong. No, you got to control it.
Yeah, that's about 4. About 4 or 5. 4 or 5.
Round number 6.
You try it now.
Give me the point.
And then snap it out.
I'm the judge. From the center. Yeah, baby. You're only competing against yourself. Now, so what happened? The intensity level went up higher. As a third person, you have to be your own coach, so to speak. And I noticed that in the last 2 rounds, I exerted more energy than I had in the previous 4 rounds. One of the reasons was because usually that lead hand back fist is so, I can't even respond to it sometimes. So I have to make sure that I offset it. And I'm doing it with a few different things. Some of it is boxing, where I punch to the head, or dip it to the body, or I throw like 3 or 4 jabs. Those things right there created another opening. But the one that he fell for was when I said, in a nutshell, yo, don't be hitting me late. And stop going for my head. And stop going for my head. The minute I said that, regardless of who you are, we have to defend ourselves, because you start thinking, that's not my intentions. Which is true, no doubt about it. However, if you notice those one time where I scored, you spun around like this, and you stopped. That was great. Because you stopped. Reverse.
Right, versus doing the spin.
However, you still have your hands up to protect yourself. Because then I would have been, whoa, keep your hands up. You can't just spin, you could have spun into a punch and never saw it.
I spun into a kick one time. tournament.
We don't want that. So by me telling him, yo man, stop hitting me, baby.
I see you gotta be like this, huh?
Yeah, hold on. The point is that it threw you off. Your breathing changed.
Yeah.
What do you think I'm trying to hit you, lady? And then, when he responded, I said, no more interviews. And he's like, all right, and I moved. All right, and I moved. I didn't get a chance. You did with Dr. Motai for 2 rounds. I'm watching you. If we would have kept at that pace right now, oh boy, you'd be exhausted.
So that emotion.
Can't take it. Oh, it's psychological and physical, not emotional. Bruce Lee said, it's emotional contact, meaning you respond to the motion as opposed to not anger. Anger changes your breathing, it increases your heart rate. And then you start thinking in your head, yo man, how are you going to be thinking, I'm freaking, you know what? Oh, we know that already, it's not an issue. When I got hit and got cut, I wasn't mad at him, I was like, damn it, because I saw that I went past what I thought was a weapon, and my face really went towards your elbow. I wasn't standing there and you spun around and hit me. That's not what happens. Your hand was out like this, and I'm like, yeah, and I was like, damn it. But, and I started bleeding immediately, and I got excited, because it reminds me I'm a fighter. Hence my nose is crooked, my teeth are crooked, cut over the eye. Yeah, and I don't mind them because they're good stories. However, understanding the separation. People go online and say idiot stuff to me or about me, and I ignore them because they don't matter. I don't get emotional. However, I do get, sometimes, if it makes sense, responsive to what would be a situation to nullify and amplify. Just to get a rep. Well, you understand what I mean? You do that with me, then I'm up. I can do that in one exchange. I can do one exchange where you score and I go boom, boom to your body, get on your arm, you get something. Yeah. You understand that? I got you. Thank you. But if you look at that, people will still relax. You never really shut up with these guys. So I never did that before, eh? Where I'm more like, I'm like, and then they barely reach. See what they did? But it's still about this. How many of this I do? I better be realizing I'm doing, you do. And I'm like, what is this? Swing on this, swing on this, swing on this, swing on this. Since I was missing every time, you were then threatened. But you didn't notice on the last one, expected a little further. It's a setup. Yeah, check it out for very soon. Now, will it work out? Probably not. All you needed to do is let it work one time. That's how much. I want it to look short. Further, you got to block it. Yeah. Now I'm a second in the third. Then 1, 2, 3, I got it one. You know what it was? Yeah. That's it. Don't kick! And that didn't work. It was sticky here.
Yeah, they have a lot of food and stuff, whatever that was. Probably like to just basic. Okay.
And then put the olive oil, breadcrumbs. Okay. Then whatever else you want to do.
I'm making quinoa.
Oh, sounds good to me. Yes, sir. You go. Hey, God, listen. He is in such better shape than I because he can jump that many times. If I did that, what? What? But before he was jumping and catching me, now I gotta wait till he's dropping because he's gonna hit me.
I'm surprised. Nobody even needs her to do all the time.
Well, he's good. Fast, boy. Fast. On 4 points. No, I'm messing with you. Then now I'm like this. That's all I'd be like, yeah, man. And there's nothing on it. You see how I run my face? What? Now look. Don't cooperate with me, man. And I'm standing there, I'm standing. Don't do it. See, that's what happens. I know. He won't. No. Don't cooperate with me. See? That's what I hold on. If I get it together, and I'm like this, I want you to go. You got it. Let me explain. When I make believe, I'm gonna be intense. I make myself more vulnerable because I go like this, feet closer together, which is a disadvantage, and I'm going into the pocket. Now, when he does that properly, you just go, man, get out of here. Give me with 2 punches this way or this way, and I can't even respond. But because I've been doing prepping all along from the beginning, it made you cooperate. Man, don't freaking cooperate. Are you kidding me? I'm playing the short game.
It's almost like the art of war.
It is the art of war. This is the terrain, and I'm giving you a bluff.
Right.
I'm saying, okay, we're gonna, yo, are you okay? No, man, I'm not good, but let me make believe.
Yeah.
As long as he,
Thinking about that ball like crazy.
as long as you cooperate, victory. Thank you for helping me.
Points.
Yeah, it's like you're not gonna war for this. Listen, you've played basketball with me, you've played ring the lever, you've played tag, you've played anything, and someone gets to your head. Dennis Rodman, nobody had an answer for him, according to the Pistons and other teams, because he came for the Pistons. He would start a fight, he would smack a butt, he would throw a kiss, he would change his hair.
With the intentions of getting more.
Psychological warfare, that's it. If I just throw you off the game, I won.
Did Mike Tyson use that too?
Yeah, he did it different, he did it intense. Rodman did it like Muhammad Ali, and then like Tyson. In other words, he was committed to whether it was comedy, or he'll get into a fight. But then if he bumped him, he would throw himself, ah! And if that didn't work, he would pop back up and try it again. Relentless.
That's the word for today. Relentless.
And that's going to be 4 points. 4 points. I didn't do the bad thing, bro.
That's yeah, you were there tomorrow night.
That's right. I got to be smart. So even there, I perfectly blocked them, flanked them, didn't do nothing. Until the end, I just went, because that's when you go back. But if you eliminate that, the other person with another corner. Then you went here, here. But once you start going backwards, that's not just right thing. And that's point number 5. Barely touched them. Now, I went to the hard, when you go this way, I was furious. Round number 9. Stop. I thought he was on that one. What happens sometimes with him, and I go like this, I go to the body, he blocks it so many times. That if it doesn't sound like this, I don't know if it's like that, but it's like this, you have that, then that's a different sound. So there, I honestly believe this hand there, behind me. So based on that, I went for the rebound. But maybe I didn't. I had scored because the way he responded, he wasn't winning. I gotta be aware of that. Was it point? Yeah. That's 2. Now I'll take both inside. I want to live. I win. Yeah. I win. Yeah. Again, it's still the same point. That's intensity. And we're good. Up. Point.
Hello, Moto.
I'll call him back.
Hello, Moto.
I had to pull back from that punch because the head was to the side. You didn't expect that. Oh, sorry. Yeah, but that's one. Yeah. That's 1 point. Yep. Sure. I take 2. But I like what you're doing. I don't want you to win.
10 to the clock.
4.
That's fine. Hey, ain't y'all supposed to be down here with us today? Gregory and Ray, I thought Ray was supposed to be here today. Ooh. Yeah, that would be a good idea. Her Grandmaster Fast Sweet birthday, because he normally celebrates for about 6 days, right?
It's a week.
Yeah. So we got to get some brothers over here for the
Come on now.
after party.
Come on, yeah.
Let us know in the comments. After party. We got 5 days left. 5 days left.
Somebody name me that.
Okay, thank you.
One time out. Good to baby. Almost got the counter.
Yeah.
He almost got the counter sidekick. But I went on the angle. If I would have stayed here, I would have been on my buck side. Number 5, round 10.
10. 10 plus 10.
You win.
20, 16 years of age. You know, we're in the range.
You never saw it, right?
Okay.
Yeah. I know when I do this, I'm not gonna learn. I can't. So I gotta go to this look. The other one has to follow. Like an outfit. Yeah, it has to follow. Now, mind you, it came from almost the bottom of the mask.
Yeah.
So because he jumped.
That's it?
Oh yeah, you jumped. Which is it's like a cat jumping up to avoid being grabbed. But you gotta be in shape for that. I used to do that. I'm not in that shape yet. I'm still at least 20 pounds too heavy. Okay, more than that, but still. Realistically, I should be, oh no, yeah, 30 pounds. And I'll still be heavier than my fighting weight, but I also got older, so it won't be the same exact weight. At 185, I can say with no hesitation, without being arrogant, just based on what I've seen videos of, I was the best in the world.
180, you said?
At 185, yes. At 205, I went from light heavyweight champion to heavyweight champion with a win ratio that's ridiculous.
Wow,
Again, I'm not saying this to be disrespectful, but anyone who, in the era of the 80s, mid to late 80s, and New York starts with early 80s, to even presently, they know that if I come to your event, I just might mess up the way you guys split money, because I won't do that, generally. However, technique for technique, I'm saying this in the spirit of my mother. She used to say to me, "You don't know what you were doing." I said, "Mom, I was just doing it." Well, I started studying me. You know what I discovered? As a third person, I like myself. Sometimes I love myself. Meaning, I'm not a punk. I don't hit people late. I don't cheat. I don't cry, win, lose, or draw. But I throw a variety of techniques. Now, I know it sounds narcissistic, but I'm saying this only because, as a witness to a third party, I am my favorite fighter at different stages. At age 20, 60, show me a videotape of anybody in their 60s or even 50s that don't look like they're in the 50s or 60s, that people get confused when they see the videos and they say, is that new or old? That's a compliment. I'm not bragging, guys, because I think that I'm about 20%, 30% of what I will be in the coming months, because I have super patch from the outside in, and I have peptides from the inside out, nitric acid to help my breathing, my mental clarity, and to open up my pores in my heart. And then I also have collagen, with this collagen, which also helps with the joints. So I have a stack of patches on right now. So that's the reason why I say this. My nutrition has always been more important than my condition. And my condition was a sick child. And that's why I wanted to be smarter based on strategy. And the only way to be smarter is to be aware of the results. I'm also not lazy, so I'm willing to do a variety of techniques, not the same crap over and over again. Yes, if I only kept 3 techniques and I drilled them, I'm gonna say something that's gonna be very provocative, but please continue doing your stupid ass drills. Sparring is not a drill, and that's what makes it easier. Drills means you get conditioned to doing the same thing over and over and over again. So muscle memory kicks in, so when that opportunity to use that is not there because the person doesn't cooperate, because they change speeds like Bruce Lee driving the Fuji in the movie on a 10 speed, then you don't know what the hell to do. Keep doing it, and you too can be on my highlight reel. Class. I don't like the way you were stuck in that position. I don't either. Your legs are open too much. Yeah. I responded. If I wouldn't have responded, you would have been fine. I wouldn't have.
I should have been more upright.
The weight distribution. Yeah. Then I would have went back. Lucky you didn't jump.
Yeah. That's how I would have been stuck, right?
Oh yeah. I would have hit you before you hit the ground. So right now, he has to be aware of jumping up. He's doing it so awesome, but he's vulnerable. So now he has to worry about that possibility. It also gives me an opportunity. Why I haven't done it? I was afraid to do it and have him injure himself. So that's why twice today I went, hey, be aware. And this time, be aware. Notice how his leg went up? When your leg went up, that's not your punch. If I would have went further in, I would have cooked his back leg. Can you imagine? Jumping up and attack your back leg? That's called a back handspring. But I don't want him to land on his neck.
Yeah. That's level 10.
4 techniques. Side kick, roundhouse, and vertic. And between his movement and the blocking at the same time, not the score. But it takes a lot out of me. Well, how about me? I do a little kicks.
Breathe. Diaphragm.
Now we stop because as well. What does happen? Warning. Even though you pick up high. It was spinning so much, I know I hit in the back, hit in the shoulder.
Yeah, so
I don't know if I got you. Did I get you at all?
something over there.
No point.
And I think I saw some over there.
And that was weird. And then behind his head, while breathing in front of him, I was going like this. I went like this. Wrong and down. Action. And my left. I mean my arm. So when you jump, look at what I did. I never do this. I went. Now mind you, I didn't make the second punch got in. I don't know what the first one did. But anyway you put it, it was from a different approach. Because I put my arms completely out. Now listen to this. This is why I try to avoid the freaking mask. Even with the mask, and me not hitting what would be full blast, it's still a hit. You know? So I try to avoid that, but at the same time, I want to be able to work on those techniques also. Not the majority of the times, but some of the time. Usually I fake the head hit the body. This time I fake the body hit the head. But again, if you notice, he jumped up again.
Yeah.
Lucky I didn't sweep.
Is that false?
Okay, 4.
No, it's 3 or 4.
I'm not sure. Let's say 3.
Yes, sir.
This is the other ones. No one. I didn't throw it. If I can get him while going circular to the body, but look at right here, just almost that little. That means that he's moving. I have to squeeze the trigger before he gets out of the frame. But that means that I minimized my opportunity. So I have to squeeze it fast enough to hit the legal technique. Because it ties my fingers to the back. And that's not easy. That was beautiful footwork. But he didn't think I was going to reach him. Well, normally a person with a dog dad kick, they will watch you move. Meaning that you took the target away from them. But I had to have a sniper as a backup. Ring, round number 12. Three punches again, right?
Yeah.
Let me explain what I just said. Well, when I go like this, you think I'm breathing. It's not intimidating. And then I go like this. It wasn't even hard, but it was relentless while still being calm. Calm, relentless. Not an easy thing to do, but you can do it. I just showed you. I believe it's 2. Round 12. Yes. You're over there. Should have went. My back was against the wall. My knees were locked. And you said, oh, I'm trustful. Only because it was the first time you saw that.
I think so.
I'm in this today.
Yeah.
The last time I came out of there with hospitals. There's a difference. This time I was this. Last time I was this. If my knees, if they're locked, I cannot come forward without bending them first. Yes. So I look for those little subtleties. This point, look. Look. No. Look. So you got a little bit more. Now look what happened there. So I've been going to the head. I went like this, look. I even punched my own glove. Remember, they're the 12-ounce gloves. Huge. So I went like this. But you do a head. Because I've been going to the head. I'm trying to mess around with the defense mechanism. He's a fortress that I have to penetrate. Sometimes it's moving. Sometimes it's jumping. Sometimes it's stationary. Sometimes I come from the bottom. Sometimes I go straight. Sometimes I wait for it to go up and hit him before it comes down. But while he goes up, I gotta stay away from those arrows
because they coming from the top. Then I go, see when he throws the arrows, meaning from the top, then he opens up the door to have the foot soldiers come out. And I have to get him when he opens the door. Because once I let him land, forget about it. I'm done. I'm telling you guys, you cannot appreciate the quality of fighting that Master Tai does. He makes me so much better because I can't come to him with bullcrap. If I do the same technique 2 times in a row, he's gonna kick me in the face. If you look at that freaking roundhouse kick that he barely missed me, I say 99% of the people would have got hit. If I would have one like this, just a little, because now I understand his proximity. But if he would have stretched just a little, I would have blocked my face again. And it's been a while.
Is that better with the step or just with the
Or just me. Sometimes I do it with the step and then I come back in.
Yeah.
Like you notice when you throw the kick, I'll count to my groin. Boom.
Yeah.
So it's like a pendulum. Doom, doom. And this time it was more like, if you look at the Muay Thai fighter, they go like this and lean back.
Yeah.
Because when I lean back and you miss, you don't like that. You want to hit something. Swing and a miss. No, even if you hit an arm or something, it's kind of cool. You notice, usually, I throw kicks and I hit something. You blocked it, but it's usually not the air. Because if you miss and you're in the air, throw the right kick. It's not a good feeling, especially if you put some power behind it.
I agree.
That's 4 points, 112. Outside. If I wouldn't have me, and you put me in my glove, I always look like this over that knee. See how he grabbed it, and I threw the other one. If I wouldn't have done the other one, no point. That's fine. 113. 13. The next, of course, you couldn't go with.
John, remember what you showed me last time? If I stepped with it.
If I'm here, how about this? You want like this? I'm reaching. So is the correct spelling? Proximity too short. But that was perfect. Good. I make myself bold, but at a distance. So I'm not really bold. It's an illusion. Look at that. I want me too much. I want my face made me do a technique. I kept in the pocket. And you gotta be patient because normally the person goes and tries to pull back. I went like this. Boom. So I went in. Most people go like this. Boom. Now like that. Yeah, I was already in the pocket. Try to stay in further. So the weapon will pass me. If I would have stayed at my ground, I would have got hit. If I would have tried to retreat, I would have got hit. Now come back like this. But like I went forward, you can't tell. Like this. And then you go that way.
Alternate ways.
What do you jump on? What do you do? But they're perfect. They're both perfect. And only the other person doesn't follow through. It won't fall. It'll do rebounds.
It's going to do that little videos. Thank you for the website. Rebound series.
But when I made you go to the wall,
Yeah.
it was the backwards. Got it. It's been a while. It's been a while. It's been a whole while though. Sorry. Sorry. He caught my elbow on his toes. Boo boo.
Yeah, it was on the bottom, not on the top.
Yeah, thank God. Thank God. It happens. I went like this, old school. I went, touch my ribs. Now, if I wouldn't have put my arm down, that kick hits me.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm doing now. You gotta relax.
Was that the versus next week?
Well, so listen, you know what's like this.
Yeah, Joe, he used to do that a lot. Joe.
Outside, twice. See, I appreciate when he goes outside also. I celebrate it because it's part of the arsenal. It's not just you being first or countering. It's mastering the psychological warfare and the terrain. You determine how the match goes by making them think they're in control. That's 4 and 2-1. Man, he got so close. He came on this way. Beautiful. You know that I'm going to the best. That's 5. Round 15. Now you will notice I attacked to the head. If you were trying the other way, or go the other way, or go slower. Any of the previous things I just said, you would have run right into it. Now, if I would have stretched myself further, I might have hit him, but I would have been completely off balance if I would have missed while being outstretched maximum. That's when I could have pulled my muscle or something. So I threw it about 3/4. How do I know? I was able to do it twice. Now, could I have gone to the body? Absolutely. Because he wasn't thinking about it. Nope. However, still okay. I came back with something else. Round 15. And if you notice, the intensity has diminished. However, we're still here. I'm sure mine was swimming. Mine wasn't swimming.
Hopefully not 3. Hey, what up, Mike? Big Mike. Iron Mike. Moving on.
No idea about it. Try it on. Don't worry, this. You want this? One. That's fine. Try. Yeah. See, as much as you didn't want to go. Yeah, but again, it's not a sweep. It's eradicating the base. That's legal in tournament, the front leg. The back leg, different game. I stayed in the pocket and I brought it up like this, look. If I would have went like this, you could have came here. But I went like this. So that means that. So if you don't come in, it misses you. Get it? Yeah. Now what I normally would do. And people would have got hit with that, trust me. God, I swear. See how I had to, but you see how patient I had to be? I had to be really patient because I would have missed you. You were over here, this. I went to almost went to that. Yeah. Because you were getting back like this, and you were this. So you were this way. And that's what I got. Now, I mean, with this, I'm done. That's good. I lied. You thought I was going to try to tweet. And he braced himself properly by going like this. This is the way you got the feet. Or to make the bone move. Side. Sir. Outside.
I have my skates on.
See, if I would have been active, I would have missed. Because the way you jumped. If you wouldn't have got out that fast, I would have let it loose. But then, when my leg was up, I already started the punches.
Yeah. So already.
Okay, on the leg up. Now that wasn't easy to do because I wanted to hit him in between his hands. That's not easy. You're moving and I'm not doing right. That's all. No, that wasn't my question.
I said, no, something.
He didn't even know. I want to know what I was. And it was my hand. How crazy is that? Like you had one there.
Damn, he's going already? I must have been one of his fast guys.
No, all I'm doing is I want to get as many techniques in as possible. I believe I could score pretty quick in slow motion. I think I did it. But I want to get and juice the amount of training that I get. But I still got to take him and help him get there safely. Yeah. Because I manipulated him today earlier when I got too hyper from the meeting. And he's like, yo, what the hell?
Got the same person?
No, that's a little bit. Okay, just one more point and then we'll go. I gotta get back to a little bit. Guys, thank you for watching. Yes, I had to score fast because my lady's going in.
She okay. She inside, right?
A, B, no, she left.
If we see her.
Thank you.